Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Book of Unwritten Tales. Now, this is exactly where we left off last time. I haven't done anything, so you haven't missed. The last thing they wanted us to do was unwrap his machine and take care of this rat. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do right now.
A large crate. It must have been delivered as I swept.
Nice.
Let's see. Not a chance. I'll never get this crate open with my bare hands.
Okay, let's see what we can find. Looks like there's something over here.
A dwarf-sized crowbar. So it's pretty big.
Okay, that should work. Crowbar.
Let's see. What's that? Ah, the user manual.
Let's see what the manual says.
Wood elvish. Succubushish.
Huh.
Here we are. Dwarven. Thank you for purchasing an X100 house robot, the latest in house robot technology. Feed the X100 the stinking remains of your disgusting existence, but absolutely no broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Rats. There. Rat care. Rats breeding. Rat hunting. Rat hunting. In order to hunt rats or vermin of any kind, you must first feed the X100 with DNA from your target.
Okay, we could do that.
DNA carriers include hair, blood, sweat, snot, and other things. Okay, so first I have to give the robot a little garbage appetizer to start it up before I feed it the main course, rat DNA. Finally, a simple rat trap.
Okay, so let's look around and see what's in the room. We don't want to rush through the game.
Dwarfs are excellent stonemasons. That fireplace is proof.
Okay, so it looks like we can leave the map if we want to.
The pipes run through the walls and floor. They are part of the central beer supply system, which runs through the whole bastion.
See what we can do with
A
this
thieving
rat.
rat. Devious and dangerous. It always runs into its little hole when I get too close. That seems to be the rat hole where the little beast plans its raids. The rat has chewed through the wood. There's some fur hanging from a splinter. Ooh, I'll take that.
I thought for a second he was going to have to shove his hand in there. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir!
Aye, Wilbur.
Is everything okay with the beer?
That's not so easy to say. It's complicated with beer. You initially think, that tastes good. But then, bam! The finish is all off. Earthy and musty, and there's nothing you can do. But of course, you can't really tell from just one pint.
He's an alcoholic.
So I'm supposed to uncrate the robot and send it after the rat?
Definitely. Shouldn't be too difficult for you, being a gnome and all. You've got the right kind of hands for all that technical stuff.
I'm not really all that into technology. I'm more interested in the mysterious powers of magic.
Well, in that case, I'm sure there's some instructions in the crate. Shouldn't be that difficult for Mr. Mage.
Where are the other dwarves anyway?
All away fighting, you know that. There's been nobody here except me for years. I'm keeping the whole place ticking over. If you weren't here, lad, I'd probably have pegged it from loneliness long ago.
What's the news from the front? The Alliance is winning, isn't it?
It's a proper mess. They just swing back and forth. It's been like that for years. Neither side has the advantage. Today, we take Finsterberg, and tomorrow the Shadow Army plunders Auenheim. Today, we take care of Garrett the Throat Slitter, and tomorrow they nobble Bella Sunnythaw. At the moment, we've got Mortroga's fortress under siege, the old arch-witch. Not getting anywhere fast, though. It could still be years before either side gets the upper hand.
Hopefully we do.
Aye, let's hope so.
Do you miss the other dwarves a lot?
Aye, there's not much going on here now, that's for sure. In the old days, it was packed and rowdy every night. Stone Chomper and Bolin the Bear, Peppo and Talon, he could beat anyone at finger wrestling. And then, of course, there was Billant, our leader with his golden tankard. Now I've only got you here. You're not exactly a party animal.
Maybe the other dwarves will come back soon.
Aye, and then they'll tell their tales of adventure, the times they've had and what they've been through. And me, I can only listen on.
I'd like to hear their stories, seeing as though I'm not with them myself.
Yeah, the
I'll take
voice
care of the
acting is-
robot then, and the rat.
Aye, go on then.
Yeah, the voice acting is actually really, really good so far. It's just first impressions, but
Actually, dwarfs have a thing for beautiful architecture. But when it comes to the beer supply, compromises are sometimes made.
so let's see if this thing will take this.
I have to power the thing up first. It's a map. It says the country's best pubs on it. It shows the area reaching from our beautiful White Ridge Mountains down to the sea, where the humans live on the coast.
Let's check out this area over here. Nice, the kitchen. Should be able to find some garbage in here.
The rubbish bin is almost overflowing. Presumably it's my job to empty it, but oh well. I call it A History of Dwarven Cuisine, the Last 3 Weeks by Wilbur Weathervane. Dwarven fast
It's
food,
disgusting.
but I'm not hungry. Ugh. I know. A very roughly knotted net with loose ends. Maybe it's used for fruit. Although I've never seen any fruit around here, the master brewer prefers heartier fare.
And again, key one on these games is if you can pick it up, do it.
That is the Bastion's emblem. Actually, an entire battalion of dwarves is supposed to be stationed here. Each battalion consists of 7 companies, which in turn consists of 7 platoons. Each platoon consists of 7 squads of 7 dwarves. Dwarves have this thing for the number 7. The master brewer says these kettles are used to make beer. This is his private setup, and the proper ones are in the cellar. The master brewer says it... An old, rather dirty cooking pot. Mutant slime. Maybe I should have thrown out the rest of that chocolate pudding.
That's disgusting, but actually
A
pretty
pile
cool.
of dirty dishes. The longer the other dwarves are away, the less attention the master brewer pays to things like this. I pointed out to the master brewer, but then I'd be the one who ends up washing it all up. The stove isn't used much, though this morning the master brewer heated up a few beer sausages on it. A tin coffee pot. It hasn't been used in ages, and guaranteed not for coffee. The master brewer doesn't trust non-alcoholic drinks.
I told you he was an alcoholic.
The coals in the oven have kept the stove warm. The stove is still a little warm. You couldn't cook anything on it, but you could heat something up.
Just look out the window.
The sun is pretty low. It'll be dark soon.
That seems about it
We love
for
our
now
beautiful
here.
White Ridge Mountains. It's just a touch quiet around here.
We got the garbage. We're going to go ahead and go back out here and get that robot going. Hopefully that's all it takes.
Let's see how it likes this. Aha! It works.
Okay, let's try this.
And now the fur. A source of rat DNA.
It's kind of like a midget bender.
And
You know,
it's
from
gone.
Futurama.
It won't be back anytime soon either. Problem solved.
Thanks. Let's go tell this guy we finished.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
Did you know there's an evil slime living in a pot in the kitchen?
Oh, yes, it nicked a sausage off me this morning.
Well, doesn't that bother you?
Well, yes. Live and let live, I say. As long as it doesn't develop a taste for beer.
This is an alcoholic if I ever heard one.
The rat's gone.
I saw. It's amazing what you little gnomes can puzzle out, eh? The rat's lost his appetite for my hops at any rate. He won't be coming back for a while.
Can I call it a day now?
Course you can. Safe home, my lad. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you later, lad.
Okay, let's look around again. See if they can find anything in this
To be honest, I'm not going to put my hand in there without a very good reason. Who knows what the rat has hidden there? Maybe rotten food, or already digested food, or even more rats.
Okay, I guess that's it for this area.
And another day ends. And, as usual, I didn't save any princesses, or fight any dragons, or hunt any orcs. I chased a rat off, and I didn't even do it myself. I used a fully automated robot instead. It's going to take more than that before my statue stands next to Knight Tilo in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm going to make it one day.
Those beautiful graphics. I have to say, I've always loved
Hey,
snow.
you! Boy! You've got to get me out of here! Quickly, please. I was abducted. An elf freed me. They want... You've got to believe me. I have the key to something that could determine the fate of the war. Listen, boy. It's too late. You see this ring? It's the key. Take it to the human archmage in the town of Seastone. You understand?
But
All of our fates depend on it.
He's a little slow.
oh, dear, nobody's going to believe this. There's no way I'll make it down to the human town by the sea on my own. I need help. I should ask the Master Brewer for help. Or Grandad. He fought for the Alliance.
Let's take a look around real quick before... I think we're going to go ahead and
Of
call
course,
this
it's
the
pretty
end
cold
of episode
all year
2.
round up here in the mountains. But this year, winter came particularly early. It worked. I got one. Probably the statue of some famous dwarven leader. I don't know much about their history. The bastion looks so impressive. However, many of the halls and corridors were never completed. The tarps are supposed to offer the stonemasons a little protection. They have to be pretty tough if they're out there in all kinds of weather. Originally, hundreds of dwarves were supposed to live here to defend the Mountain Kingdom's northern front. Now the Master Brewer and my family are the only ones left.
Okay, well that's going to be the end of episode 2. We'll pick it back
There's no
up
way
here.
I can walk all the way to Seastone. That's many days' march through these mountains.
We'll pick it up exactly here on episode 3. And again, if you guys like, go ahead and subscribe to our channel.